9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hello there, folks. Ethan the Farmer. I'm down here in Hackberry, Louisiana with a family that they got an interesting story, and I think you folks would be blessed to hear it and bless them by trying to help them get back on their feet and make this back to where it's all about community, helping your farms, food, families, and freedom. This is a family that has been affected by a natural disaster, and our government kind of threw them under the bus. And they're working class, hard-working folks. They work for what they got. They're not folks out there sitting on their butt collecting a check watching TV. They're folks that take the concept of turning off the TV, getting off the couch, and going out and doing something seriously. So I'm going to turn the camera around so you can see them, and we'll go from here. Hello there. Tell us who you guys are and where you're from and what you're all about.
I'm Laverne.
I'm Charles.
We're commercial fishermen here in Hackberry. We do crabbing, gar fishing, shrimping. Work every day on the water. Sun up, sun down. Work never stops.
So how long have you folks lived in Hackberry?
Right at 9 years.
9 years?
Yes, sir.
And how many hurricanes have hit you in 9 years?
Let's see. We had Laura, we had Delta, we've had Harvey, Ike, Gustav.
Well, how many hurricanes hit you in the last 12 months?
2. We had Hurricane Laura and Hurricane Delta back to back within a month apart, pretty much. Laura totaled our house, which at the time would look devastating, but when we got back from Delta, having left again, we thought Hurricane Laura didn't do much damage, but after Delta, we don't have a home. Lucky enough, we were able to get a camper. But we do have a total of 6 kids, and we have 4 at home, so it makes life a little bit difficult. But we manage, work as a team.
That right there in the background is the exterior of what's left of the back of their house. You can see the deck right there. Right behind them is a boat that they use for their commercial fishing hard work adventure. I'm hoping to go out with them on their boat here sometime in the next few days and get some video to add to this video about what it's like a day in crab fishing, small business America, trying to make it go. You guys aren't part of corporate America. You guys are mom pop as far as it gets.
Oh yeah.
Yes, sir.
We work for ourselves. We sell to a wholesale seafood.
If we don't work for it, you don't get nothing.
No.
Yeah, and that's
We have to make crab pots. We have to get bait every day. We have to get fuel every day before we even get started to make $1.
so you don't have $1 million bank loan to back your business.
Yes, sir.
Oh no.
Bank, they won't even give you a loan for a commercial fisherman
Usually no, because
to help you out. It's because you can't show what you make. Too many
that-
deductions.
Yeah,
So we usually-
you're playing the big business's game by taking the deductions you legally can, and the banks are penalizing you for it, so that you can't get a loan to get a leg up to actually function and do what you do.
Correct.
And
We're the ones that feed everybody, but the middleman's the one that makes the money.
yeah, because I mean, let's say if you take in 100 pounds of crab, what do you guys get on 100 pounds of crab? Just an average.
100 pounds.
It depends if it's number 1s or number 2s.
Just give me an average.
Roughly about $40, $50.
Okay, now what's 100 pound of crab sell for in Kroger?
Oh, you're looking at about probably $6, $7 a pound, if not more.
So you're looking at about
So-
$200, $300.
Somebody's walking away with a whole bunch of money, and it ain't the fellas out there.
That's right.
What time did you get up this morning to go out and work in the crab?
2:30.
2:30 in the morning.
We get on the water.
So you're not up at 2:30. You're on the water at 2:30.
Yes, sir.
Correct.
So you're up at 1:30 because you got to drive a ways to get to.
45 minutes to get.
And then you get in your boat and you got to go toting out in the water. You say for half hour or whatever
It's about 5 hours.
out on the water. But I mean to get to wherever it is you keep your crab
Oh, yeah.
Right.
stuff that you're doing right now.
To the water.
Yeah.
5 hours to run everything.
So I mean that's a lot of work for
Yes,
a couple $100
Then you get home and then you got to clean everything up and try to get ready for the next day.
and go get
Got to get bait.
bait and fuel and fix what's broke. And I mean
Start the day all over again.
you told me you had a little issue with one of your boat motors since the hurricane. Tell me a little bit about that, Charles.
Had a Go Devil, 37 horse. Had a few problems with it. Had a few mud balls that wasn't really there where they are now. The hurricane kind of moved them around and it messed my clutches up and my transmissions up. Working on number 3, and it's to the point where it's putting more money in it than the motor's worth. So I got it hanging up and starting off with a fresh motor.
It's hanging right over there, I think.
Yes, sir. Right there on the side of my house,
Right there.
right in front of your van.
Yep. So what's a motor like that cost? $500?
Brand new, you're looking at 10 grand.
That's a problem.
Oh, yeah.
That's the cheapest.
That's rough. And you can't go get a bank loan like
No,
No.
big business. You
We're
can-
actually kind of borrowing one right now.
I'm borrowing one right now on the back of that boat to see if I like it.
Yeah, we don't know
And then
that.
he's gonna work with me to
get it done.
get it done.
Yeah.
Well, and that's nice that there's people out there that do have heart.
Yes, sir.
I mean, we came down here with Neighbors Helping Neighbors. I actually met you folks, I believe, trying to get power to an RV
Yes, sir.
a couple days after Hurricane Laura tore this place up. I mean, if you look where I'm standing, you can't really see it right now, but we're going to take some more video in a little bit. But the majority of the homes in this area are completely trashed. I mean, just destroyed.
Looked like a bomb went off.
Yeah, so how big's your RV that you have? How many people staying in?
There's 5 of us.
Yeah.
And you're
36 foot.
36-foot RV. Isn't that a little cramped?
Just a little bit.
Oh, yeah.
And these,
3 pretty much adult kids. I mean, 15, 16-year-olds. 3 of them in one room, which is the bunkhouse. Not very big. We kind of still live out of the Connex and out of the
Just
barn
Right there.
because we don't have room inside the camper to put all our clothes and everything like that.
oh, the dog's eating a stick. See, they even got a little puppy here that belongs to one of the boys.
Yeah.
He's doing his part. They got a couple other dogs, but you know, here we live in America. It's supposed to be the land of opportunity, the land where the American dream is you work hard, you work for yourself, and you actually get somewhere, supposedly.
Oh no.
But what I'm seeing and what I'm witnessing and what I'm looking at here, it looks to me like the deck stacked against the little fella. It looks to me like the deck stacked against the mom pops. Because if you didn't have mom pop fishermen like these folks here, how would you get your blue crab to the great Walmart grocery store shelf?
Wouldn't have.
Ain't gonna happen.
So they're trying to squeeze out the little fella, and the little fella's the one that's putting the product on the shelf in reality, because yeah, you sell it to the wholesaler, they take a whole big chunk and leave you with small pot to piss in out of the whole situation.
Without us, you will not have seafood.
And
Or the
that's
seafood industry.
And that's a dying industry because it's getting harder and harder just to be able to do it. The means to keep doing it. Every time you have bad weather, pushes seafood in, pushes it out. Have oil spills. So,
Keep dropping our prices.
yeah.
well, that's a little bit hard if they keep dropping your prices. It looks to me like it costs money to do this adventure.
Oh yeah.
Well, that was one of the reasons why our house is like it is, because of the person we were selling to kept dropping our prices, and we lost our insurance.
So you didn't have homeowners insurance, and yet your house is, by most people's standards, I'd say it's totaled.
Yes, sir. It's total.
Maybe not my standards, but then again, those folks that know me on the other end of this video know that we do what we got to do. And if that means we got to rebuild it, we got to rebuild it. And we get in there and get dirty. And I guarantee you, from what I've seen of Charles and Laverne here, they would get dirty and help us get it done. So would their. I don't think that any of their children would get away with not participating and helping getting this thing put back together.
It'd be a family project, and have friends that also join in.
Yeah, so you're talking, I mean, we'll be definitely asking for some volunteers. Anybody that wants to volunteer to come down here to Hack Berry, Louisiana. It's an awesome place for the most part, unless you don't like pterodactyl mosquitoes. But them mosquitoes down here, you could write a book about them. There's one biting me right now. He's having a lunch on my arm while I'm trying to shoot a video and make it feels like something's drilling me. But
bad.
Anyway, these folks need our help. Our government's not supporting these type of folks. No. Our government's not supporting Hack Berry, Louisiana. No. I mean, from what I see, you have the rich that could afford from what I hear, $700 to $1,500 a month in homeowners insurance, to the people that are the working class here that, frankly, don't have insurance. No. And even the ones that have insurance, the insurance companies are downright dumb. Today, under GTKYF's Neighbors Helping Neighbors program, we were down in, I'm going to turn the camera around. We were down in Hackberry, and there was a lady whose plumbing broke because of the hurricane. The hurricane moved her house and snapped her plumbing pipes, and her insurance company didn't want to pay to fix them. Okay. So she has raw sewage under her house and no way to fix it. That's not right. That's a scam by the insurance company. She made her premiums, and yet our government and our society is tolerating that. Now, I think folks should get involved. I think folks should call their congressman, put these insurance companies in a bind, put FEMA in a bind, because frankly, I'm going to do a whole video on FEMA's little squirrely gigs, but I can tell you, what I've seen of FEMA, those folks are a joke. They put a probably $15,000 trailer in and put a $60,000 fire suppression system in this trailer. Now, I don't know about you, but that's illogical. And not to mention the fact this trailer is sitting in the marsh. So the likelihood of it burning is probably fairly slim. There's water everywhere. And then they built this really nice handicap ramp. It's bigger than a house. And when they did a paint job on the handicap ramp, we'll just say those fellas that don't qualify for painters in my book, I think my 2-year-old could have done a better job painting. They missed 3/4 of the deck, the handicap ramp. It's not a deck, it's a ramp. You'll roll a ball down it real quick. But anyhow, we're going to pause this video for a minute. We're going to go inside the house, and we're going to talk about their house. And then I'm going to try to get a couple of their children to come on a little bit. And then we're going to talk about what it's going to take to put this adventure back and what it's going to take to make it right for these people that are busting their butt to bring you quality seafood that's wild caught. It's not grown in China farms. It's not it's not tilapia coming out of the pig manure in China. It's legit food, something we advocate for. And, we want to make a difference. That's what we're all about. And I want to see you folks make a difference in these folks' life. If you can't come drag your butt down here to Hackberry and climb up on this adventure with me and get this done, then I expect you to get out your checkbook, your credit card. I don't care. Cash App, PayPal, Venmo. You can go down the list. Well, I imagine we can figure out how to get cash too and support this. Because it's going to take probably $30,000, $40,000 in material to put their house back. And that's a lot of money to somebody who's scraping to make a living and support their family. They're not getting government aid. They're not getting who knows what aid. They're out here busting their butt day in and day out. I haven't seen them hardly sit down since I met them. And I spent 2.5 weeks here in September. I don't recall them ever sitting around the community center shooting the breeze playing bingo, or I think they were playing dominoes actually in there. But anyway, every time I saw them, they were out doing something to try to do something to help other people. Even with their house tore up like this, even the fact they got up at 2:30 this morning, they came out today and helped me fix the lady with the broken pipes underneath her house. Now, they didn't get underneath the house, but, well, maybe they did. I don't know. But they came out, they showed care for their neighbors in their community. Yeah, they're suffering, but they still gave to somebody else. That tells me they have a little bit of character. And I'm asking you folks to get it behind us and help get this going. So we'll come back on with another video here in just a minute. There folks, Ethan the farmer. I'm back again. We're getting fixing ready to go up these steps. They're a little rickety to
Mr. Ethan.
she's telling me to stay to the right because I guess the left is a little questionable on the stairs going up into this house. But I want you folks to see what this hurricane did to their home. I mean, if you look, I'm turning it around. This is what's left. Look what it did. It kind of mangled this deck a little bit. And I'm headed up. I'm slow. Anybody that knows me knows I don't walk very fast. Not normally. I don't mind walking, but I don't go fast. See all these shingles and glass and insulation? What in the world? Now, she said to stay to the right. I guess I should stay to my other right. I'm headed up. Now, down here in Hackberry, they build the houses way up off the ground. And the reason being is they have these nasty things called hurricanes. And the water comes and makes great big messes. So here we are. This was their front porch. There's a screen out. Light hanging, and turn around. Now look at that house straight across the way. It's not just their house, it's all kinds of folks' house. Look at that house, destroyed, right next to it. Pretty much destroyed. Go around a little bit more. Destroyed, that one there is missing half its roof. Now these are all people, a lot of these ones down here are camps, where folks come, rich people come to camp and hang out and have a good time on the water. And then you have the hard-working people from the area that, oh, there's water right out there. You can see it in the marsh. And these people live here full-time. This is their only home, or was their only home. Now they have to live in an RV, which is, what can I say, a little questionable at best. So this is what their living room looks like. Now I'm coming around here.
Careful where you walk, got soft spots.
There's soft spots in the floor. They're telling me, be careful where I walk. Now that is what used to be the roof. I can see daylight, and that's not an intentional skylight. So we're going around, and look over here. We got, these look like they might have been family pictures.
We can't take everything when we go.
Now that's got to be an emotional tug, because those look like they might have even been somebody's baby pictures or something at one point.
Yes, sir.
Anniversary pictures, you know, that's rough. When you're looking at a situation, this is their life. This is where all their memories, their family, I mean, right there's the family. And you got a situation where the family has lost their home.
Got a shingle hanging out the mini blind.
You got a shingle hanging out of the mini blind. Look at that. Now, I don't know how in the world a shingle would have gotten a mini blind, but it sure enough did. Hurricanes do weird things. So, and not only do you have the wind issue that tears everything up, but then you have the issue with the water. And I'll tell you what, water's mean. Water is just flat mean. Here's the next bedroom. Now, whose bedroom was this?
Oh, this is one of the boys' bedroom.
And it's a little rough shape.
Oh, yeah.
Did they ask for a skylight?
No. No.
Mother Nature decided to give it to us.
Yeah.
Hurricane Laura, she wasn't very friendly. Or Hurricane Delta, wasn't it? So here we go. Now, I'm going to ask this young gentleman whose room it was to tell us a little bit about his room.
My room's right here.
Oh, I got to turn around. I'm sorry. I have it mixed up. Oh, look at the door jamb. The whole door jamb's pulled out.
Yes, sir.
That wind must have done something awful. So here we got a room here. Obviously it's blue because it's a boy's room. What can I say? Now, this is what's left of your bedroom.
Yes, sir.
This isn't so good.
Mm-mm.
You can't sleep in here anymore.
No, sir.
So what did Hurricane Laura change your life? How did it change your life?
It took money from my family. It made us all stressed and tired because we're all cramped in the camper.
How big's this camper you're cramped in with how many people?
There's 5. Dad, how many square feet is it?
It's 300 square foot, 36 foot long.
36 foot long, 300 square foot.
And you're a teenager.
Yes, sir.
Don't most teenage boys like to have their privacy?
Yes, sir.
Have a little bit of ability to be a little independent?
Yes, sir.
How long were you out of school between COVID and lovely Hurricane Laura?
1 year.
1 year.
Man, so that made it a little rough even with your social life too, a little bit.
Yes, sir.
No, about 8 months.
And you're still going to graduate from high school?
Try.
What grade are you in?
I'm a sophomore.
Sophomore? So you got decent grades?
They're okay.
Uh-oh.
No.
So, anyway, well, thank you for coming on, and you want to say your name? Or?
I'm Charles Manuel.
All right, Charles Manuel, and I think his dad's name is Charles Manuel.
Yes,
Different middle names.
Different middle names, so I guess it would be not juniors.
No, sir. I'm a junior.
He's a junior, uh-oh. So here we are. This is what's left of the bathroom. And honestly, it looks to me like a bomb went off in the place.
Oh, yeah.
It looks real rough. So we need to raise a bunch of money because I hate to tell you, but there's a lot of material here. There's a lot of drywall. There's every stitch of roof and decking in this place has got to be replaced. And I believe every stitch of drywall has got to come out and go back. Yeah, that right there would be what we call mold where I come from.
Look over there in that corner.
Oh yeah, over there it's fuzzy.
Yes, sir.
He says it's fuzzy.
So that's a fuzzy mold over there. But this is the problem we're dealing with. We have a home that is completely destroyed by nature. And not of any fault of this family. Not of any... It's really not their fault. And the situation is they're busting their butt to make things work. And look where we're at. Oh my goodness gracious. This is the laundry room, and I have a feeling that would be what we would call black mold. I think it's fairly black. I think that used to be the back door, but I don't know if I want to walk over there because if I remember correctly, that deck on the back of the house is slightly MIA.
Yes, sir.
But, this is a major problem. We got to sister these joists, sister these trusses. We got to come through and put new decking, new roofing, rip out every stitch of drywall in this place. Oh, there's even dishes in there. So you can see they were living here. I mean, there's somebody's crock pot from the looks of it. That's a mess. We got a situation where, the dog food. I think I'm stepping on broken glass. I hear it.
Yes, sir.
But, we got dog food buckets. We got a vacuum cleaner. I mean, clearly the place was lived in. Looks like that's the pantry.
Yes, sir.
Go around the corner. That window, I can feel the breeze blowing through here. And the refrigerator's still intact, which all I can say is I don't know how that happened. But you can see this is a big family that has a lot of family dinners. Look at how big this table is. They almost look like they might be Mennonite. Because, there's a pile of space. I'm going to count the seats. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 chairs per se. So clearly, they definitely feed a few folks here once in a while. At least fairly regularly, at least used to. I think they're probably curtailed from being able to do that with the great, there they are again, the great Hurricane Laura and the mess it made of their world. So here we're going around. I like their nightlight. It looks like it might have been a fishing lure. That's up my alley. But I got at least...
Careful right there, soft spot.
Oh, right here,
Yeah.
they say, right where I'm stepping,
Yes, sir.
is a soft spot. So, those floors got to be repaired. They got to, oh my goodness gracious, it does sink. It sinks about a ½ inch.
All right there.
So, you see what that is right there? That's a television. And that television, I think I would venture to say, is garbage at this point. It took a dump. It's done. It got destroyed. So, we're going around. This right here, this is their bedroom. Was. It's a major problem, folks. We need to help these people. It's not fair in a society like the United States of America for a lot of these churches to be kicking money over to Africa and not supporting the little guy here, our people in our own backyard. So, there's the roof in this room. Obviously, it needs to be replaced. We're going around the corner. Looks like somebody might have had foot surgery at some point.
Yeah, broken foot from working.
Broken foot from crabbing. The old cast is still here. So, oh my, the floor's real soft there. Don't step there. And this is what's left of their bathroom. I bet this was pretty at one point. It's not so pretty no more.
No.
So, we need to get involved and help these people. And we need to do our part as members of planet Earth to support other people and do what needs to be done. Because this is not right by any means. I'm back here. You guys know I come out and do funny, crazy adventures all the time. I'm out here doing my part to try to make a difference, and I need you folks to get with us. I get it. You don't want to leave your lovely, comfy home, but these folks don't have a home to leave. I don't think an RV counts. And that's a problem. We need to do our part. I think there's a young lady over here that needs to show us where her room was and tell us about how it's changed her world. Oh my goodness gracious. That's scary. You step there and the whole floor moves. So, you want to tell us? Well, there's her mom, and she's going to obviously tell us about her. Oh, I'm following her. I can't move that fast. It's an obstacle course. So that was her room right there. And how did Hurricane Laura affect your life? What did it do to your social life?
It messed up the whole house.
Not just messing up the house. What else did it do?
It trashed everything.
And what do you think? You think people should get involved and try to help you guys rebuild this?
Yes, sir. Please.
So, well, I appreciate it. What's your name?
Ashlyn.
Ashlyn Manuel?
Yes, sir.
All right. Well, thank you. I think she was a little embarrassed.
Oh yeah.
Anyhow, she's not quite like some of us that we don't really care. We just say it like it is and talk to the camera all the time. And if people don't like what I say, you already know you can turn me off. But so I'm down here in Hackberry. We're going to do a few more videos talking about this, and we're going to do a little segment talking about FEMA, because honestly, Federal Emergency Management Authority or Association or whatever they are, agency, is about garbage. We need a flush lever. It comes down to this whole concept of getting corporate money out of our government and bringing back the fourth branch, which is we the people. That's you, me, that's Charles, that's Laverne, that's Charles, and Ashlyn. They're also part of we the people. We're all part of we the people. We are all humans, and we should care about other humans. And if that means that you all need to get involved, either coming your happy selves down here, I'll tell you how to get here. Just message me. It's no problem. Or send in some funds to help support this adventure. Come on. What's it going to kill you? Not much. You guys can go. Don't get the Starbucks today. Just send us $5. You can get Starbucks tomorrow. And these people can get a home. So, we'll be back. So we're back here. We're still in the house. We've been talking about all kinds of different things. Everything from homemade entertainment centers to front doors and lots of memories these folks have of these destroyed house. And I thought I'd let them tell you a little bit about a few things. So I'm going to turn it over to Laverne here. And you care to tell me what the story is behind your front door. Now, there's the front door. The youngin's standing in the front door. Why don't you pull the door shut? That would be the front door. It looks pretty classy, doesn't it? It looks like it belongs in a big, fancy mansion.
It means a lot to me.
So why don't you tell me why that door means so much to you? What's the story behind it? By the way, I love seeing y'all smile even in the middle of chaos and havoc.
Well, that's because they think I'm crazy for what it makes things important to me. Our front door, the metal was coming off of it and it was in bad shape. So we tried to get another mobile home front door, which was expensive and didn't fit. So I got to go to Lowe's and pick out a door. And I picked this one out because I love fleur-de-lis. And it didn't fit either. So me and my dad and Charles, we cut out the frame and made it bigger so it would fit. And it made it through the hurricane, unlike everything else. And I want you to be able to keep my door when we rebuild my house. We didn't have money for the molding, so we took some pieces of board and burnt them and tried to make it pretty again.
So why don't you tell me the story behind the what is this right in front of me?
What you would think is, we don't have money all the time, so we make do. And I had an idea of our entertainment center we had was messed up, so I asked Charles if he would build me an entertainment center. So we went to the alligator farm here in Hackberry and asked them for their pallets, and they gave us a ton of pallets. So me and Charles and my daughter's boyfriend made us an entertainment center. And then for Christmas, because we couldn't afford Christmas, we made my parents one and Charles's parents one. Just like the beds,
You want to tell the story behind the beds?
Of course, don't always have the money to buy the prettiest things for our kids, so we make do. And this was actually a bunk bed set we had for all 6 kids. We kind of just cut them down and made them their own beds now that we had some move out from getting older and getting married. And well, this is all boards we got and burnt and tried to make beds.
You made do.
We made do.
Life's not all about how much money you have in the bank account. It's about family. It's about memories. It's about hard work and making a difference in other people's lives.
Little things.
So I'm going to show you a picture off of the phone here of one of the centers. Who was that made for?
My father-in-law.
So that was made for their father-in-law out of recycled pallets. Now you want to talk about, it's Earth Day. The main video that came out for this was from Earth. Actually, it's going to hit on Earth Day. And it's all about reduce, reuse, recycle, save the earth, do what's right for the planet, do things naturally, do things sustainably. And I can tell you, if you can make furniture that looks like that out of pallets, there's nothing more sustainable. Because pallets are junk in most of our society. So, this is a family that is doing everything they can to make stuff work. And it's a shame they gotta be in a position where they don't have much money, even though they break their back. These are not dumb people. These are not people that sit around and watch TV all day long. They're people that give it all they got. And I see it. So I just thought I'd come on here and talk about this for a little bit. One more little... Folks, Ethan the Farmer, and we're back again for another little segment on this adventure down here in Hack Berry, Louisiana, talking with the Manuels about their fiasco in regards to Hurricane Laura and Hurricane Delta. And we have a young gentleman here with them that's going to tell you a little bit about his experiences with Hurricane Laura and how it's affected him, as well as how he's connected to, or I guess Laverne will probably say as well, but how they're connected to each other and how they got to know each other and how this happened. So here we go. Tell us your name there, sir.
I'm Chase.
And Chase, what happened to you because of Hurricane Laura?
Well, my camper was here.
Where? I don't see a camper here, sir.
It's gone.
What do you mean it's gone?
The hurricane took it out.
That's what happened to the back porch.
Oh, so the camper attacked the back porch.
Oh, yeah.
And oh my goodness, the back porch is about ready to divide and conquer. How did this affect your life? How, you obviously you were living in a camper, which I guess some folks in New York City might not see that as the Taj Mahal, but I think you would say that was home?
Yes.
And how did the hurricane, did it make your life better or did it make it worse?
I can't really tell a difference. I mean,
You can't tell the difference.
no,
So you
because
don't have a
So
home.
where's your home? How can you not tell the
well,
difference?
besides, the only thing that's changed is I do not have a place permanent.
Okay, so you're not homeless, you're houseless.
Yes.
All right. So how do you know the manuals here and this great establishment where we've been making all these videos here today, talking about this adventure? How'd you get to know them?
Well, about 6 years ago, my dad started working down here, and I moved down here with my dad. And just hanging out. There's Laverne being my mom, basically. And ended up giving me a camper, and Hurricane Laura decides to take it out.
And you were just saying something about you went and got a job and breaking your back for $12 an hour. And how much money did you end up taking home a week recently?
It's about $50 to $100. Depending.
In how long?
I was working 40 to 60 hours a week.
Yeah, but I'm saying how much. You said something about $100 paychecks after it was all said and done. 3 months. That's not good. And you're supposed to live on that?
I guess that's what they thought.
Well, here we are in Hackberry. This is supposed to be a community, right? We're in what country? USA. United States of America. The first word is what?
United.
Okay. Does it feel very united with what you see going on here in the community and the lack of help for getting these people back on their feet from our society, our country, aka our government? Is it very united about getting you a place to live? I mean, I have an extra cardboard box. I could help you out with that puzzle. And I have extra sleeping gear if you need it. We might even have an extra tent. But that's not what you want, is it?
No, sir.
And how old are you?
19?
You graduate from high school?
Yes, sir.
So, I mean, as you folks can see, he's very polite. Yes, sir, no, sir, all this good stuff, southern manners. And Miss Laverne's making sure of it. She's going to kick him if he messes up, I think.
That's right.
But it comes down to, we're in the United States of America. And we're in a country that's supposed to be one of the best countries on earth. Now, I can't say I agree with that right now with all the things I've seen in my life and all the things that I've been involved in. I mean, you folks know, you guys have been dealing for a long time now here on the internet. And I have a bad habit of saying what I think. And I think our country is gone to shit as far as dealing with these folks and taking care of them. We have lost our moral compass. We're not doing what we ought to do. And part of what we ought to do is help this nice fun. He graduated from high school, so obviously he tried. He went and got himself a job. He had his own little RV, camper. That's not the Taj Mahal. But then again, money doesn't bring happiness. What brings happiness is family. Hanging out with folks like the Manuels. I mean, she referred to him as like a son.
Oh, yeah. We adopted him.
So, you want to say anything here, Laverne, about this whole situation?
Oh, which part? Oh, we pretty much adopt everybody around here. Try to help out as many people as we can. Don't have much to offer, but we give them what we can and try to help them. I feed them like crazy.
Well, food's an important part. Huh?
Some of the best food.
Well, lots of fun. So tell me a little bit about what happened to your chickens, Miss Laverne.
Well, my chicken coop's gone. And I had to
Where was it? I don't see a chicken coop over there. You mind showing me where the chicken coop is? Because I don't see one.
Mine just started from where the tree was and came out, and you can kind of see the line in the grass, and went down to where that boat trailer's at.
And it's currently MIA.
Yeah, I had to sell my chickens because I couldn't afford to feed them anymore, so we used that for some extra cash. And then, of course, the hurricane messed up their
house.
my chicken coop.
And who told you had to get rid of the chicken coop?
FEMA did, because they were supposed to come in and help us with a trailer, but we are still waiting on that.
And you'll probably be waiting till when?
Never. We'll never get one.
Okay.
They won't put them here because they said that they have to elevate everything.
But your house is elevated.
Yeah, well, FEMA wants the trailers elevated. I mean, Cameron Parish wants them elevated, and FEMA won't elevate them. So we don't have anywhere to go. They won't put them up in the air for us. They want us to move to a different parish.
And you can't because you're crabbers.
And we already drive a good 45 minutes to an hour every
If you
day.
move to a different parish, that's kind of catastrophic.
Yeah. I mean,
So, is that a rabbit hutch I see over there?
it is. We had multiple rabbits.
Sorry, I'm
No, you're good.
hobbling my way out here.
That's one of the pens that made it. We had multiple.
It's still here, I think.
It's here, but
I don't know if the rabbits would do so well
no.
in the current condition, but
No,
it's a
the
rabbit house.
pen went all the way from here to the chicken coop, and
We had one bigger.
the kids would show them, and then we had some for meat rabbits so we could eat, because we pretty much we deer hunt for our deer meat, we hog hunt for our pork meat, we had our chickens and our rabbits.
And you probably eat a few fish
Oh yeah, we
and maybe a couple
catch.
ducks.
Yes, we also clean ducks in the wintertime. When
Now wait a second. I've raised ducks. Ducks are very unclean birds. They're dirty birds. There ain't nothing clean about a duck.
No, but we clean the migratory.
The ones for the hunters and the people that come down here to hunt. Because the big business down here in Hackberry, the sportsmen. People come down here and they pay all kinds of money. They go out on a boat, shoot themselves a little bitty duck, drag it in here, pay somebody like Charles and Laverne, there's Manuel, to clean them. And from there, they take them home and they spend their money at home. But they do come down here and spend money, and that helps this economy. There again, it's all about local economy. Now, I don't necessarily agree with folks flying down here from New York City to hunt, because I think that's kind of stupid. They ought to just go hunt someplace closer, but that's their prerogative. If they're going to do it, at least they're spending money with the mom and pops like Laverne and Charles, doing what they can. You know, the situation we've got, though, is out of hand. There is absolutely no reason why this should got to this point. This is a home. It's not just a house. And we need to keep that in mind, and we need to get behind these people. So turn off your TV, get off your couch, get in the streets and do something. And I mean, you either call your politician, you either do whatever you got to do.
No, it's not.
But I want you folks to get behind this.
I tried to.
Come on.